Okay, hi. This is a DIY halter neck top with an adjustable corset-like back. Here's what it should look like when it's done. I'm a size 8 to 10 UK sizing for comparison. And I explain each step in a lot of kind of detail, so it should be really simple and easy to follow. But let's just go straight on to making the pattern. All you need is a ruler, a pencil, and some wrapping paper to kind of draw it on. If you have like a large sheet of paper, use that, but I didn't, so wrapping paper is quite good. And let's draw the pattern. I really hate that. I sound like Zoella. I can't help it. Okay. But yeah, we're going to draw the pattern, and then I'm going to show you what steps you need to do to make it. Yeah, if you have any questions of like how to do bits, leave them in the comments. To start off making the front panel, you will need to draw a straight line that is 33.4 centimetres long. Then go to the end and draw a line perpendicular to it that is 10.8 centimetres long. Move 10.8 centimetres down from the end and draw another perpendicular line that is 17.4 centimetres long. We're going to repeat this for multiple lines down the side. So go 12.5 centimetres from the end and draw a line of 19.8 centimetres. Then go 15.5 centimetres down from the end and draw a line of 19.8 centimetres. Again, 16.5 centimetres from the end and a line of 11.3 centimetres. And 19.3 centimetres from the end and a line of 24.5 centimetres. At the other end of the line, draw another line that is perpendicular, which has the length of 18.4 centimetres. Put a dot on the end of each line like I have, and connect them as shown. When connecting 6 to 7, start at 6 and draw a line of 18.7 centimetres that goes past 0.7. From the end of that line, connect it to the bottom of the starting line that was 33.4 centimetres. Draw the armpit curve from 4 to 6 like I have here. Then draw a curve from the point past 7 to the bottom of the original line, as that will go over our tummy. For those with a smaller torso, you can always subtract a centimetre from all these lengths to make it more slim fitting, but it is adjustable due to the corset detail on the back, so if you don't want to do that, don't worry. And if you have slightly smaller boobs, you can make the darts a tiny bit smaller by just drawing a smaller triangle. For the back panel, draw a line of 18.8 centimetres. Go 6.1 centimetres down from the top and draw a line perpendicular to it with the length of 17.9 centimetres. Then connect that line to the start of the first line. So at the bottom of the original line, that's 18.8 centimetres long, draw a line perpendicular with a length of 15.7 centimetres. Draw a line starting at point 1 to point 2 with a length of 13.8 centimetres. The line should go past point 2, roughly 1 centimetre. Then connect the point past 2 to the bottom of the first line. If you want more back shown, take off 5 centimetres parallel to the shorter side. Once that's drawn, add a 1 centimetre seam allowance around it all. Okay, you have just finished drawing and cutting out all your pieces, and you've got this one which you will cut out 4 times, and this one which you're going to cut on the fold, which I will demonstrate when I'm cutting it out. And there's a dart here, so there are no weird wrinkles, and it just fits you nicely on your front. And the other thing you're going to need is your straps and the string that goes between the little notches kind of thing. But for this depends on you, because this top can really vary between a size 6 and a size 12, because it depends on how wide the back is. Just kind of do some mental maths, like how long you think your straps will be. If you can't be asked to do that, just go with me, and I'm going to cut 2.5 meters of this, and there is 4 centimeters between that line and that line, because the way we're going to do the straps is we're going to fold 1 centimeter in and then fold that on top and just solo line down the middle. So let's cut them out. I've just pinned around and I'm going to cut it out. Okay, I have just cut 4 of these out. Now you've got to do them so 2 are the opposite. I mean, this picture will explain it. I have decided that it's actually a bit too wide, so I'm going to take 2 centimeters off the shorter side. Okay, so I cut those 4 out, and now I'm going to cut out this panel, but you've got to cut it on the folds. So you're going to fold it like this and just iron this flat, and then you're basically going to put that up against, I just realised you don't need this 1 centimetre seam allowance on this side. So where it says cut on the fold, only there. So I will take a picture of before and take a picture of after. Finished ironing now. grab your tomato. I hate every time I say that. Okay, and you're just gonna line it up against the fold that you've now ironed down and just pin it. Okay, so now I've pinned it. You're basically gonna cut both side layers, the two layers that are together but one piece of fabric. Okay, bam. And then you unfold it. There you have it. So we're gonna iron it, and the first thing we're gonna sew is the darts, but we need to cut out the straps first, and then we need to sew the straps. Okay, so I've cut the straps so they're like 4 centimetres in width, and I've got a long piece, another long piece, and there's like a shorter piece over there. But now we're going to, first of all, iron the two front pieces because they need to be flat, and we're going to mark out where the darts are, and you're going to need like a pencil or just something that will show up on your fabric. For the line, with your pattern, you're going to cut out this triangle. Okay, so now you've got this corner piece, put the ruler on. I just realised I said I was going to iron it first and I didn't, I just drew. So maybe just iron, or you can draw. I mean draw then iron, whichever you want. And then turn it over and do the same and do it to all of them. Okay, so they are ironed, and with these kind of bits, what we're going to do basically is we're going to fold it like that so they're nice size together, pin, and then we're going to eventually sew on those lines and we'll have a dart.
When matching up the lines on either side, poke a pin through and see if it comes out on the line like it went in, and use more pins for more stability.
Hi, okay, it's the next day because I got tired again and I went to sleep, and I always start these videos way too late in the day. Anyways, we're going to be making the straps. Now I made one, I've got another one to make. So I did mine with like a zigzag because I just thought one straight line stitch wouldn't hold. We're going to make the straps before we sew the darts.
For the straps, you need to fold the strip in half with the side you want showing exposed on the outside. Iron in place using an iron or hair straighteners. Then cut away the stray threads. Next, fold the two edges towards the centre line. Then you have a strip with the width of 2 centimetres with the centre line again, and fold them on top of each other. Then pin in place and continue to pin down all the way. If you're struggling to grasp this, look at what I'm doing closely.
Okay, we've just pinned this. It looks messy because it is messy. Now we're going to sew a straight line kind of down there and then a zigzag on top, just to keep all these kind of loose threads in place. So it looks like this. I have just sewn that strap. What I might do actually with mine, which might be easier, is so I do the straps with the bits I just sewn, and I make the loopholes, but then between the loopholes I might use a shoelace. But what we're going to do now is sew the darts. So basically we've pinned them in place. I put loads more pins in actually because it's so much easier because you want them to be straight. So put loads of pins in. Okay, so we have just sewn this panel with the dart, so we need to attach both of them kind of face forward and put the straps kind of in the middle. So I'm going to show you how to layer them now close up, and with the straps what I'm going to do is just cut the bit I've sewn in half, not pick a specific length yet because I'm going to do that and adjust it to my shoulders. So cut it in half, and we're going to put shiny side straps going down, not like out, and then another shiny side facing, so that's the sandwich. Okay, so we have just pinned it like that. The straps are kind of poking out the top here, but they fall through kind of like that. And we are going to sew all the way around. Okay, so when you fold it the right way around, you can start to see it's taking shape. So now we're going to attach the sides. For the sides, we need to attach the loops, so down there, and then we put it onto the main bit. So for the notches part, we're going to attach bits like this. So it will look like kind of this, and they'll be going down the entire side. So cut out 12 little strips that are 6 centimetres each.
When attaching the loops to the back panels, you need to place one back panel shiny side and the correct side face up. Evenly space out the 6 loopholes on the shorter side, with the folded parts of the loop on the inside. Leave 1 centimetre at the top and bottom for the seam allowance. Place another back panel shiny / correct side down on the shorter side, matching them up with the other. I couldn't pin it together because the fabric layers were too thick, so I put them in whilst I was sewing evenly like this.
It looks like this. I've done a straight line, then a zigzag to make sure they don't come out over time. Then when you fold it the right way around, you have these sticking out, and then we're going to thread the string from that side to that side. So do the exact same of what you've done here onto the other one. Now remember to kind of leave a centimetre at the top here and below here, because you're going to hem it. So now we're going to attach these to the main framey bit, and then once it's on there we can adjust the straps to fit us. So I'll show you how I'm pinning it and copy that basically.
It is kind of hard to follow because it's kind of all over the place, but I'll show you some pictures in the next clip that you can follow.
Okay, so it's pinned on, a bit complicated. I'm sure you can work it out from the pictures and how you think the pieces go together. It's basically just like a large jigsaw, and I'm sure you can do that. And you're just going to sew now, basically continuous from there to there, and then you'll see when we unfold it what it'll look like. So this bit will still be open at the top and at the bottom, and then do it to the other side, and then we will put the straps on. So when you fold it all out again, it looks like this, which is really coming together now. So the next thing we're going to do, now we've attached the side pieces on, is hem these bits. But when we hem it, we're going to put the strap in it, and we have to decide the length the strap's going to be. So how we're going to do that is we're going to kind of pretend to wear it. So you've got to pull it to the bit where it's going to attach, that's right next to this bit, and mark the length. So basically hold it there, figure out where it is, make sure it sits nicely, and pinch it, pass it around. So you've still got the point, get a pin, and then mark it. Just remember it's where the top bit went in. And that is how long your strap needs to be, and then we're going to cut an inch down from there and attach it and sew it, and it should be the same for this one, so we'll do the same length as this one. Okay, so we're attaching the straps, and you basically got to turn it inside out again, and then make sure the straps don't get twisted or anything. I'm just going to show you and then talk you through it. Okay, so it's like this, and if you pull this, it's going to come from up there, and make sure it's straight, like flat if you run your hand down it. And then with this, you're going to turn it towards, so it's straight all the way down. You're going to turn it towards the armpit bit, so it's here, and then run it up the side, so it's poking out the top next to the loopholes. And you want it an inch from where you're going to sew the line, so have it like poking out that much at the top because you're going to sew a centimetre here. Excuse my really ugly nail polish, I was trying to pick it off. And then you just sew. Okay, so we have just sewn the straps in now, and they're poking out here, and we are going to hem the bottom bit. So we're going to sew all the way down here until we get to like 3 inches before this next bit, and that's when we're going to like pull the insides out, and then we're going to sew up there. I have just sewn all the way down there, and I've left a good amount there, so we can just kind of stick our hand in very nicely, don't try and rip anything, to the other corner, and we're just going to try and like pull it inside out. Put our hand back in and just poke out the corners. So we've turned it inside out, and we're actually going to iron it before we sew this bit, so we can, if we need to like iron a corner with a nice point, we can stick our hand in and just poke it out, because once we sew this up we won't be able to do that. So get your ironing board, decide which way you want it to go.
For this bit, you need to fold in the 3-inch rough edge bit and iron it as if you've already hemmed it, so it looks like it's been hemmed. Then pin it in place, and then you sew a straight line stitch very close to the edge from the end to the front panel. Then you do the same on the other side for symmetry, so the top looks neat, and then you've basically finished it.
Okay, now we have finished the top. Here again is what it looks like, completely done, on me attempting to model it. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe, because my next video is going to be a DIY summer strappy mini wrap dress. So thanks for watching.